some of his stuff, bro. I didn't watch this one yet though. But Golden State, Kevin Durant was a menace. Listen, what was it? 2017. I was fifth grade going into. Oh, I was going into fifth grade. I don't even know. I was in elementary school when I found out KD went to the Warriors, bro. Oh my god. Mind you, listen, I've been a Heat fan my whole life. This is the first time that I've genuinely, like, as a kid, bro, I was just pissed. Like, seeing, alright, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, Lost and Unbound, bro. Seeing him sad about it just made me sad, bro. And then him drop humble young boy out of DC. Now you taking shots at OKC, like, bro. Ah, that was a time. That was a time. But like, Cupcake, man, Cupcake move. Hey, till this day, Cupcake move. But hey, he's still a bucket. He still ain't fall off yet. So
Golden State KD was the NBA's ultimate villain. The man was hated by everyone in the basketball,
including me,
universe.
Yeah.
He didn't give a damn. 3 years, 3 finals appearances, back-to-back titles, and 2 finals MVPs.
And after blowing the 3-1 lead to the Warriors, like, bro.
The guy was a cheat code. He had one of the greatest finals runs of all time, hit one of the most iconic shots in finals history, and then did it again just a year later, all while terrorizing the NBA on a nightly basis with the greatest team of all time. Durant essentially broke the NBA for a few years in order to achieve everything he's ever dreamed of. But at what cost?
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! The Golden State Warriors champions once again, back-to-back titles. And Durant slipping, and Durant grabbing that right leg.
The hate KD got for joining Golden State is justified. That's obvious. And
what I say, what y'all, I promise you, bro, I've not watched this video, but like, that is iconic. LNU, Lost and Unbound, bro, ripping his jersey.
That's obvious.
I felt this, man. Like, I never cared about OKC until this. I felt for all they fans. I felt for Russ, man. Like, and I found out he didn't even tell Russ. You didn't tell your man before him that you was leaving? Like, bro.
Man. And here's why. Durant was drafted in 2007 and quickly became OKC's golden child. He won the Rookie of the Year and made the NBA Finals in just his 5th season. Unfortunately, he lost to LeBron James in the Miami Heat, but there's no doubt that he'll be. Fortunately, he lost to LeBron James.
Unfortunately or fortunate?
But there's no doubt that he'll be back. KD would bounce back, winning the MVP in 2014, and 2 years later, found himself just 1 win away from a return to the finals. One more win, and he'd beat a Golden State juggernaut that set the all-time wins record during the regular season, lining himself up for revenge against LeBron in the finals. But we can never look too far ahead. KD and the Thunder suffered a catastrophic collapse, losing 3 straight games and falling to the Warriors in 7. They were so close, yet so far. The climb back to the top for Durant is gonna be a long
Look at Curry, man.
Except it wasn't. KD took the elevator to the top, signing with the team he just lost to, the team that won 73 games.
Disgusting.
The reigning 2-time MVP. The same team that was just minutes away from back-to-back titles were now adding a top 3 player in the world to their roster. Kevin Durant is a Golden State Warrior.
And who did the Warriors even lose after signing KD?
KD to the Warriors had the league in such a frenzy that before they even played a game together, there were serious beliefs that they might go a flawless 82-0 on the season.
Wow.
Then they lost by 29 on opening night, and all that nonsense went out the window. It was a stunner, but not as stunning as seeing KD in a Warriors jersey. It just looked wrong, especially when he faced his old squad in his new home.
Oh, I remember this. mind you, this is around the time, like, I've always watched the NBA, but this one I started watching it heavy, like 2016-17 era. That's when I was like actually watching like most games. And by most games, I mean like full games, not just like highlights. Like, I always just catch up, like watching whenever my dad's watching it, which was like all the time, but like still. And when I started playing 2K more.
KD summoned the Slim Reaper, slashing Westbrook and the Thunder for 39 in a monster 26-point win. The Durant era in Golden State was officially here. After their win over OKC, they went on a 12-game winning streak with the new KD and Steph duo in full effect. Highlight reel no-look lobs on the fast break, electrifying chase-down blocks, 30-foot pull-up threes. It was surreal. Every game was like an all-star game with KD in the Bay, and he made his presence felt on Christmas Day. He introduced himself to the
these jerseys. Like, I know everybody beat Glaze in 2016, but like just everything about that year, like the Christmas games, like, oh, the Christmas commercials, just everything. Like, every single like 2016 Glaze is for a reason. And I feel bad for whoever did not like get to experience that. And I'm glad I was conscious enough to know at the time like how good life was also. Just look at those jerseys, bro. Like of course I'm biased, but like this is like prime NBA right here.
Warriors rivalry exploding for 36-15 in the greatest Christmas Day game of all time. And with a chance to win the game at the buzzer, he catches the inbound pass, but trips and fails to get a shot off to lose the game. Unfortunate, but this was just a taste of what was to come.
Two veterans on their bench. Pass all the way across, and Durant throws it down.
We were now halfway through the
Yo, AI getting crazy.
season, and the hate towards Durant had not dissipated. In fact, it elevated because on February 11th, 2017, KD was making his long-awaited return to OKC in one of the most hostile environments we've ever seen.
From Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant.
Boo.
And by the way, mention of Providence College, how about our
cupcake.
honored at Providence?
The boos and cupcake taunts had relatively no effect on Durant as he poured in 34
Oh.
points and 9 boards while trash talking to just about everybody on his former team. This dude was a psycho. KD and the Warriors would cruise the rest of the way, finishing the season with a 67-15 record for the first seed in the NBA.
Not even.
It was time to put this juggernaut to the test. In round 1, KD and his squad would face off against a mediocre Portland team, and it was light work. Durant was injured for games 2 and 3, but thankfully Golden State had some extra firepower as they swept the Blazers to advance to the second round. And to put it nicely, the Dubs blasted
Utah?
4. KD
Oh, Gordon
averaged
Hayward
25 a
era.
night, and he was making his return to the Western Conference Finals for the second consecutive season. And this year was nothing like 2016. He scorched the 61-win Spurs in Game 1, stuffing the stat sheet with 34, 5, 4, and 4 in the win, and from that point on, it was wraps. Golden State won their next 3 games to sweep San Antonio, putting their record at 12-0 in the playoffs. KD finally broke through, and he'll be making his return to the finals to face the man who killed his championship dreams 5 years ago.
Oh.
It was the
Man.
matchup most NBA fans craved, and it was finally here in one of the most anticipated finals in recent history. So, crashing the party and making his debut on the big stage in this thrilling rivalry, Durant reintroduced himself.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
H to the OV. AI. Crazy.
Durant for three.
KD put on an absolute show, torching the Cavs for
You the real MVP.
38 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. He was putting LeBron on a slip and slide before crushing the rim on a tomahawk dunk, hitting spot-up threes, and even trash-talking Rihanna. KD was on one. Up 1-0, Durant had an encore in Game 2, stuffing the stat sheet with 33 points, 13 boards, 6 dimes, 3 steals, and 5 blocks.
Dang.
A masterclass of a performance, and they're up 2-0. And Game 3 on the road didn't slow the Slim Reaper down one bit. He dropped another 30-piece, frying the Cavaliers with tough turnarounds in the post, wet strokes from 3, and baseline fades. What else do you want from this man? Wait, is he about to...
I remember this. Really nothing you could do about that.
It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
Nothing.
Down 2 with 50 seconds left, KD hits his patented hezzy pull-up from 3 right in LeBron's grill to go up 1 and take a 3-0 lead in the series. It was the dagger of all daggers. In Game 4, Cleveland finally got the upper hand, giving Golden State their first loss of the playoffs, which is just insane. So, back at home for Game 5 on the brink of a championship, KD shut the lights out.
Pull up.
Three-pointer. Durant tries again. Durant gets away from Korver all the way to the rim. The rookie finds Durant, steps back for 3. Pumps it in. Kevin Durant again. There it is. Redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
Your Bill Russell 2017 Finals MVP, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant finally reaches the mountaintop as he's crowned NBA champion and Finals MVP, averaging 35, 8, and 5 on ludicrous
Oh my
efficiency.
gosh.
It's honestly one of the greatest Finals performances we've ever seen. On top of the fact that
Not gonna lie. I did not know he was doing like they was 73-9 the season before, and you added a nigga that's scoring 35 points per game in the finals. And niggas want to talk about LeBron, like, bro. Look, I'm not gonna get into the Jordan and LeBron debate, but like, nigga, Jordan did not have to play against this.
that he
Bro,
led Golden State to a 16-1 record in the postseason. It was the greatest playoff run by the greatest team of all time. And this was just the beginning.
sadly.
With a ring on his finger entering the 2018 season, KD was a man possessed. He was hitting nasty crossovers into game winners,
Oh, Lonzo.
putting his handle on display once again in Milwaukee with the nastiest hezzy I've ever seen, and of course, throwing down an array of tomahawk slams. Not to mention, he was also embarrassing dudes on the defensive end, blocking shots like he was swatting flies off the backboard. In fact, he averaged a career high in blocks at 1.8 per game this season. Durant was taking his game to the next level, which made Golden State as dangerous as ever. I mean, these cats were so good, Steve Kerr let Iguodala coach the team for fun. It was the ultimate level of disrespect.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
For the Warriors, they finished the year as the second seed in the West.
That is, imagine you the other team, bro. You look at they hold. This Iguodala is drawing up plays for you, like, bro. Like, what do you do? And it's funny, I don't know if y'all seen that TikTok. Or wasn't the TikTok, the documentary, the USA documentary, the USA team on Netflix. And then damn, what was that team? France. They was talking about some, yeah, the USA team, they just got here. You know what I'm saying? We've been training together for years, this, that. And then KD was just like, damn, what did he say? No, forget I said any of that. If you know what I'm talking about, yeah, if you know, you know, you know. He was just like, chemistry ain't gonna help you when you gotta guard Steph. That's how I feel, like, bro. Like, it don't matter how good of a team you are, bro. You're not stopping this, bro. Like,
But come
this with the greatest shooter of all time right next to you at his peak.
playoff time, you knew KD and the guys were gonna turn up.
Like, ain't no amount of chemistry stopping that, bro. And this was Super Soldier LeBron.
Golden State
Gonna
was
do
right
nothing.
back to their dominant ways in the postseason. Durant averaged 28, 8 and 5 in round 1 as they gentlemen swept the Spurs. Then they went on to dummy an Anthony Davis-led New Orleans team in 5 to move on and face the NBA's #1 seed, 65-win Houston
Remember this.
Rockets in the Western Conference Finals.
I think Harden got MVP
This
this
was
year
a
too.
squad built specifically to give KD and Golden State a run for their money. We were about to see a war, and Durant made sure he threw the first punch.
This best of 7. Durant, yes.
I remember.
Von Hart hits. Durant to the rim. The guy gets to the hole. Here's Durant. Down goes Adam. Hit 3-point range. Durant on a fade, and he is red hot.
Go inside and kind of come back out mid-range.
Durant with room hits the 3.
KD was silky smooth as he lit up the Rockets for 37
Trey
points
ball.
in a huge
Trey ball.
win on the road. And he kept it going in game 2 as well with a 38.
Hey, on your head.
Trampled them by 22.
Oh,
It was obvious now. The Warriors had a formidable opponent. They bombed the Rockets back home in game 3 by 41, but it evoked an immediate response as Houston won games 4 and 5 to throw Golden State on the ropes, down 3-2. Much of the basketball world was stunned.
I don't remember them being up
Any team had a
3-2.
chance against the KD Warriors, and now they're just one loss away from not even making the finals. However, in game 6, they silenced doubters as KD poured in 23 in a blowout win to force a game 7. And back at home, the Rockets came out strong, leading by as much as 15 in the
Yes.
second quarter. But KD
Yo,
wasn't
hey, I don't know about Clint Capella, yo. I don't know what he's doing now. Hey, Clint Capella, like, that was their own little lob city. Clint and Harden. That shit was so fun to watch.
any of it. The Slim Reaper went into takeover mode, scoring 21 points in the second half as he nailed back-breaking shots late to seal
Like,
the
bro,
win.
you
21 points in the
can't
second
guard that.
half as
Like, look how
he nailed
far out he is.
back
Look at this
breaking
contest.
shots late to seal the win and keep the hopes of back-to-back titles alive. The Warriors are headed back to the finals for the second consecutive season in the KD era. And surprise, surprise, we got a rematch. In 2017, Kevin Durant completely took over the finals, challenging LeBron for the title of the best player in the world. And in 2018, his sights were set on dethroning the king. In Game 1, KD dominated both sides of the ball as he poured in 26 points, 9 boards, 6 dimes, and 3 blocks in a 10-point win. And Game 2 was nearly identical as he killed the Cavs for 26, 9, 7, and 2 blocks
Dang.
to take a commanding 2-0 series lead, headed back to Cleveland.
How many
2
blocks? Oh, 2
to
blocks.
take a commanding 2-0 series lead, headed back to Cleveland, where he set out to prove that he was the best player on the planet.
Bron definitely was the best player on the planet. I'm just saying.
Durant, the handle, the crossover, the pull-up. Shot's good.
Bro, who was putting Jeff Green on KD? Ty Lue. Was Ty Lue still a coach at this time? Ty Lue, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, Jeff Green.
Durant
Nah, don't get me wrong. Jeff Green was nice at one point, but like, bro.
from beyond the arc. Rattles home. Durant fires a three. Knocks it down. Kevin Durant.
Actually, now that I think about it, he might have been their best option to put on KD. That Cavs team was some butt.
George Hill. Waiting for some space. Rises and scores. Kevin Durant torching the Cavaliers. Now Hood picks him up on the switch. Shot clock at 5.
Hood,
Kevin Durant way outside.
Rodney Hood,
Delivers.
Cash.
Kevin Durant from downtown. It's a 6-point game. That's the same spot where he hit it in game 3 last year.
With one of the greatest performances in NBA Finals history, KD drilled a carbon copy of his shot from 2017, this time from 32 feet out to drive the dagger into LeBron and the Cavs. On top of the shot, Durant put in 43 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. He was a certified assassin. And for the cherry on top, KD posted a 20-point triple-double in Game 4, sweeping the Cavaliers to capture back-to-back championships and back-to-back Finals MVPs. With his historic performances and the accolades he was stacking up, Durant was cementing his legacy as one of the game's all-time greats right in front of our eyes. But he wanted more. 2 was sweet. 3 would be history.
I'm a fun guy.
Entering the 2019 season, KD and the Dubs were hunting for the first three-peat since the Kobe Shaq Lakers in 2002. But in the process, they encountered the same problems that caused that dynasty to end. In just their 14th game of the season against the Clippers, tied late in the 4th, Draymond pulls down the rebound and doesn't give the ball to KD for the final shot. And the fireworks went off. The two got into it on the shot. Draymond
No, because what was he doing?
pulls down the rebound.
He took the rebound from
Doesn't give the
him.
ball to KD for the final shot. And
I'm bad, y'all. Hold up. Yo. Is the quality just tripping? Okay. But what
the
was he doing?
fireworks went off. Ball to
Why?
KD for the final shot. And the fireworks went off. The two got into it on the
Nah, I would have been.
Draymond pulled the
Not gonna lie, I would have been heated too, bro. Like, what are you doing?
We don't need you. We won without you. Leave. To which KD replied by walking back on the court saying, "That's why I'm out." See, Durant was in the final year of his contract, and rumblings that he'd leave in free agency were already beginning to bubble. And now, we had some concrete evidence. This ticked off KD, and as he headed up north, he took his anger out on Toronto.
Logo?
Hits from near midcourt.
Thanks God.
The bench is at 4 of 4. Durant. Durant with a nice move. And here's Durant.
Hey.
Durant on a fade. 10 seconds. Goes to the corner. Three hits to tie it up. Kevin Durant dribbling into the corner to look for the tying shot, and he does just that.
KD was a monster as he scorched the Raptors for 51, 11, and 6 while hitting shots that literally had you questioning if this guy had aimbot. He was unreal.
51.
Even with a bit of tension, Durant and the Warriors were up to their old tricks the rest of the season. KD continued his scoring binge, averaging 26, 6, and 5 as the Dubs finished first in the West. Once again, the regular season was just a warm-up for the playoffs, where the chase for the elusive three-peat began. In round 1, the Warriors would face the 8-seeded Clippers, and there were some signs of concern. After an easy 17-point
Pat
win in
Bev.
game 1, it looked like they were on.
Yo, chat. Yo, y'all see the clip of Pat Bev recently reacting to I don't know if he was on a podcast, but they was talking about Karl Malone, and the dude was like, you know what Karl Malone did? And Pat Bev was like, nah, I'm not really sure. He was just like, the guy was just like, oh, you got a 13-year-old pregnant, and then Pat Bev said, bro, if y'all listen, bro, that was funny, bro. I was dying.
For another blowout in game 2, up by 31 points halfway through the third quarter. But in a flash, it was gone. The Clippers rallied to win by 4 in the largest postseason comeback in NBA playoff history. And the man who took all the heat was our boy KD. He attempted just 8 shot attempts in that game 2. Labeled as the best player in the world, that can't happen, and the media let him hear it. They questioned his passiveness and how much of an effect Patrick Beverley's defense had on his game. Yes, that was a real question, and Durant responded with one of the coldest bars you'll ever hear.
I'm not gonna get in the way of the game because, you know, I want to have a little back and forth with Patrick Beverley. I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am. Y'all know who I am.
Talk your talk.
This moment forward.
Talk your talk. Yeah, I love when NBA players talk that. When they talk that ish, bro, I love it.
KD was locked in.
Yeah, I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
Durant
We know who you are.
working on the rookie, shakes him. He's got another one.
The rookie. Who is that? Oh, that's rookie SGA?
The rookie shakes him. He's got another one. Playoff for them is Kevin Durant's first.
Wow, what a full circle moment. Now SGA got the Thunder their first ring. That's supposed to be KD's job.
Gallinari got a piece with 6 on the shot clock. Big miss that time. Durant goes. Durant scores. And 1 for KD. Durant trying to create some space. Doesn't matter if he does. That's a joke. Minutes. He's done an excellent job. Durant. Press some shots. Durant fouled and 1. Right now on Durant. 5 to shoot. Durant
There, pull up.
Pull up shot. That's good. Speed to Durant. Durant, long 3. Count it and the foul to Durant. Durant, long 3. Count it.
That's so tough.
Durant with a chance for a 4-point play. Durant on the pull-up. That's good. Kevin Durant. Durant turns, fires, count it and 1. Trying to stay with him. Durant again, same spot, pull up, same result. Kick it out, open Durant. That's good. Durant. Count it and the foul.
What more could you
50?
have done to slow Kevin down, especially in the first half?
I mean, he's Kevin Durant.
I promise we tried.
Over the next 4 games,
I
KD
promise we
scored
tried.
33, 45, and 50 in a closeout game
What?
6 on just stupid efficiency. He's Kevin Durant. Thanks to KD, the series win brought them to round 2 for a Western Conference Finals rematch. And the man was still on one. He poured in 35 in a Game 1 win, then 29 to go up 2-0, followed by 46 in a Game 3 loss, and then 34 in another Houston win that tied the series at 2. Durant was in the midst of one of the greatest heaters of his career, averaging over 38 a game since his iconic quote, and with a chance to go up 3-2 at home,
That's tough.
he'd keep it rolling. He electrified the crowd with 20 points in the first half, on pace for another 40-burger, but unfortunately, he'd never get there. Late in the third quarter, KD landed from a jumper and suffered a calf injury that forced him to leave the game. Golden State would pull out the win, but post-game, it was reported that Durant suffered a mild calf sprain and would be out for the series. A freak injury at the worst possible time. The Warriors went on to win Game 6 to get back to the Western Conference Finals, where KD remained out as Curry carried Golden State to a sweep over the Blazers to get back to the NBA Finals and keep the three-peat.
Like, that's so, like, you averaging 38, you go down. 99.9% of the teams, if you averaging damn near 40 points and you go down, your team is done. But he just casually says, oh yeah, Curry carried them to a sweep to get to the finals. What?
Alive. Hopes are high that we'll see a healthy Kevin Durant.
Like, Curry being a backup scorer, like, bro. Yeah, he carried them to a sweep.
Back on the court in the finals, because they'll need him if they want to make history.
Hate to see that.
Turns out that mild calf injury was worse than we thought. KD missed games 1, 2, 3, and a crucial game 4 that saw his squad go down 3-1 in the finals. So, with the three-peat in jeopardy, KD would make his return in game 5. We had no idea if he was still dealing with that injury, but regardless, the Slim Reaper was back, and he was exactly what the Warriors needed. KD didn't skip a beat, going off for 11 points in the first quarter, and the Warriors looked lethal once again. Can they really come back from a 3-1 deficit? Is the three-peat alive again? So many questions were going through our minds, but sadly, we'd never find out.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant's limping. Durant goes down, holding his leg. Ibaka goes.
I remember this, and what I do remember is a crowd cheering. That was what that's horrible. I remember the crowd cheering as he was like walking off.
And it's fouled down the other end, and Durant grabbing that right leg. It's the right calf that put him out.
Early in the second quarter, KD attempts to drive past Ibaka and ruptures his right Achilles. A dreadful injury that not only put the series in jeopardy, but Durant's entire career could be changed forever. And to make matters worse, Raptors fans cheered at his injury, taunting and waving goodbye at him as he sat on the court in shock. Fans eventually came to their senses, realizing the severity of the situation, as they gave Durant a standing ovation as he walked off the court for the last time as a Golden State Warrior. That was it. Golden State lost the finals in 6, ending their hopes of a three-peat. But the real question is, was that it for KD?
To the Nets and to the Suns and now to the Rockets.
The Warriors believe that the MRI today will confirm a tear of Kevin Durant's right Achilles.
Warriors just inbound, and that's it. There's the new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada.
So actually what KD was risking also to me wasn't the money. It was the rest of his career, the rest of his prime. He may never be the same.
Kevin Durant will leave the Golden State Warriors and sign with the Brooklyn Nets.
Should have been the coldest team. This team should have won a ring. Maybe. This team should have went to the finals. How about that? Eastern Conference at least. Injuries, man.
Good pressure defense by Milwaukee now. Durant fighting. Durant moving on Tucker. He turns. He shoots. With 1 second remaining.
Remember this. I was in Jersey watching this. If he had like they could have. If he had a size foot smaller, they would have went to the finals.
Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers. The Golden State Warriors champions once again. Back-to-back titles.
The back-to-back NBA Finals MVP, Kevin Durant.
See, hey, shout out Post 2K. He be dropping bangers when he like this. I'm not gonna say that that was my favorite era, but Can't lie, it was entertaining. Looking back, watching this video, I did not know he went off that crazy. I did not, like, averaging 35 and averaging 38. Alright.